Good morning. You might be wondering why I am showing you my floor, and yes, I know it needs to be vacuumed. I will vacuum it, but there used to be one of those like office floor mats. You can tell, see it's dark here and light here, because the floor mat was cracking and I started cutting my feet on it and tripping on it, so I just got rid of it. But here's the thing. I got into such a habit of stepping up to avoid tripping that when I go to step here without thinking, you see how I lifted my foot up like I was going up a step? I'm going to illustrate something for you. So give me a minute to jump cut and sit down. I took that floor mat out just yesterday, and I'm still lifting my foot up to step onto it because it would always cause me to trip if I just walked normally. And it's an automatic thing. It's just an automatic habit that I've built because my brain formed a connection, whoop, like that says, step up here because you'll trip if you don't. It's because my brain has been wired to do that through experience. Because when you learn something, your brain forms connections with each other, like this. You know, the neurons connect each other, and they might form several connections between each other that lead in a specific direction. Working on trauma is similar to unlearning habits, because in a way trauma becomes a habit. It becomes a protective mechanism. But when it begins to be a detriment to you, that's when it can become a problem, because those neurons activate in places where they're not really necessary. But it's a protective mechanism that is not serving you now, it's harming you instead. So through time, I'm going to develop the habit of not stepping up when I'm walking over that part of my room next to my bed. But it'll take time. It won't just happen overnight. Some habits, yes, and other habits, no. My refrigerator is another example. For years and years, we had a fridge door that had handles, and now it doesn't. You just grab the edge of the door and pull it open and shut. And now I just grab the door without thinking, and I'm probably going to grab the door of any fridge just because, the handle is kind of like a little indent on top instead of on the front. So I just like to just grab it by the side and just pull, just it's easier. But, working on trauma responses is the same thing. You have to starve out the neurons that are so strongly connected, and it's strong because it's been ingrained for years. It's like a train track that has just been laid out a certain way for so long, and then somebody puts like a switch in there, and you have to consciously choose to switch the track when you realize you're going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, or your brain is going down paths that don't help you. Because what you're doing, with your deep breathing exercises, with your mantras that I have mine over here, with your visualizations, with your kind to yourself self-talk, you're rewiring your brain, and that doesn't happen overnight. I mean, we're all going to suck at the beginning of recovery because you have to consciously choose to think different. Like, someone else cannot do this for you. Someone can only give you techniques and tricks to do to adjust and shift how you think. And it is hard work, okay? And Laura, that's my therapist, Laura, she tells me I'm just barely beginning my journey. So like baby steps, instead of thinking of all the times that I failed at trying to recover, I should think about the moments where I triumphed, like June 28th, where I had an intense battle inside of my own head and I won. I got out of a spiral. That was my first time really catching a spiral as it was happening, instead of getting spit out after and going, oh my God, I failed again, I sucked. And it's better to think of it as, okay, we missed this one, but maybe the next one. And just keep thinking, maybe next time, maybe next time. Even if you fail 8 times, but you succeed 2 times. 2 out of 10. Maybe next time it'll be 3 out of 10. Or 6 out of 10. But if you don't try, nothing will change. So you have to consciously make a habit out of adjusting how you think and even how you act and what you do. Take a deep breath. Because taking a deep breath, it actually does affect your brain and your nervous system, because it slows down your brain. And it also can help your nervous system just slow down. It's like, hold on a sec. It's like pushing pause for just a moment to give yourself time to think. And grounding exercises help get your brain off of a track of, oh my God, I suck, I'm terrible, I'm a loser, bad things are going to happen again. And it is hard, but we got to do it, because recovery is not, oh, I did it and now I'm done. Those old tracks will find ways to pop up. But if you make a habit of being kinder to yourself and talking to yourself nicely and doing the exercises your therapist gives you, over time, it'll be like, yeah, those old tracks sometimes will light up, but you'll immediately go, oops, we got to do self-care. And instead of just spiraling downhill, you veer off, you detour to somewhere safer instead. You see? You see how that works? So keep trying. Keep trying.